Hey, everybody out there at Chiefs Kingdom YouTube. It is your boy, Big Chief Shawn, and I got my mother from another motherland, my boy, the Brit Chief, on the show. Let's go, y'all. Hey, everybody, Chiefs Kingdom YouTube, all right, Big Chief Shawn, everybody, y'all know the man. He's the legend who flew over 4,000 miles, not only to meet me, but fly probably even farther to go to the Super Bowl. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't think I need an introduction, but I'm still going to give you one. Ladies and gentlemen, the Brit Chief himself. Thank you.
How we doing, man?
Thank you for coming to this, man. I appreciate it so much. I know you have a very busy schedule, so...
Oh, mate, we've been trying to get this arranged for quite some time.
I know, man. I know. I finally got all the equipment I needed to get this started. And this is going to be a regular thing. Hopefully you being on here will be a regular thing as well.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, for sure. How have you been? Because, I mean, the last time I saw you was in Lot D.
Man.
In 2017.
Jeez, so much
ready
time.
to watch the Washington, then called Redskins.
Yeah.
Back then.
Oh, man. I've been good, man. I've been at a better place. Trying to grow the channel as always, man. What have you been up to, my man? I haven't seen you in a while.
No, it's strange because
the kingdom has actually been worried.
Has it? Right.
Yeah,
well, I mean, it's been quite tough, really, because well, I'll say tough. I mean, it's been a bit of a roller coaster ride, a bit of a dream ride, really.
I mean, because with you and your podcast with Tom and everything else has been going on, man. I mean, like, tell me all about it. What's been going on?
Man, I mean, it all really kind of stemmed from obviously doing the YouTube videos, which was a big thing. You know, I mean, the problem is I've had to move away from that a little bit and try and concentrate, obviously, what I'm doing with Arrowhead Pride at the moment.
Congratulations on it,
is obviously, yeah, thanks, man. I mean, it came out of left field. It really did. I know Tom Childs, who me and him did the podcast for the Arrowheads Abroad, you know, the UK Chiefs fans podcast, and it seemed to get quite some good traction. You know, we seemed to have quite a lot of people listening to it, and it was great fun. It really was. And obviously, I was doing the YouTube videos for the Brit Chief for quite a number of years, really, to get that kind of established and developed. And it was, we stepped away from Arrowheads Abroad podcast because a lot of it was, you know, I'd changed jobs, and I think Tom was going for promotion at work, and it just meant that we were running out of time to actually do anything else. And it wasn't until Tom got a job basically working for Arrowhead Pride. He does the early morning Arrow headlines.
Yeah, I seen that on Twitter, man.
And he got a good gig there where while you guys are sleeping, Tom's doing all the headlines.
Nice.
So it's when you wake up, it's there ready for you. So it was a bit of a masterstroke from Arrowhead Pride and Pete Sweeney. And it wasn't until I think Pete heard we were doing a Legion of Zoomcast. You know, we started doing that on my channel for a little bit.
Right. For all of y'all that don't know, and all y'all for watching this, the word and the phrasing Legion of Zoom actually came from my boy, the Brit Chief himself.
It did. It came out of a tweet.
You should have trademarked that, my brother, because they put that on so much merchandise nowadays. It's ridiculous.
It's funny you should say that, but I actually did trademark it over here in the UK.
Oh, you did?
I did. Yeah, I've got it somewhere. I'll have to dig it out for you on the next time I'm on. Yeah. I did it, yeah. Just out of, I just wanted the kind of certificate, just to put on the wall, you know. And I still haven't put it on the wall. But I went through the whole thing of trademarking it, so nobody can use it in the UK, but obviously people can use it anywhere else in the world because it's not trademarked over there or anything. I mean, there's no point in even trademarking it because I think that kind of ship sailed now, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, going back to what we were doing, we did that Legion of Zoomcast, and we did a few episodes, and it seemed to get some really good traction. And Arrowhead Pride, Pete Sweeney came to us and said, "Can you guys do that on a regular basis for us on the Arrowhead Pride podcast network? We'll create a show and see how it goes." And so we created the Great British Chief Show on Arrowhead Pride on any podcast network. You can listen to it, and it was. It's going great. It's going really well.
Oh my God, man. It is so good to
hitting
see
the
you
stratosphere
being
now.
so successful, man. Like, I mean, a long time ago, we were just a bunch of YouTubers talking. Now you're doing podcasts for a big name company, man. I mean, like, what is it?
You're nearly at 500 subscribers as well.
Yeah, I'm trying, man. I'm trying to get to where you at. I'll get there someday, you know.
You know what?
You got to take the path like you and just take the hard work and just keep working at it, you know.
Do you know what? I've always said the Big Chief Shawn YouTube channel is very unique in its own way because you capture the game day experience.
Yeah.
And you know the tailgating, it's something that obviously fans like me over here in the UK or anywhere else in like likes of Germany. I know there's a few guys that I know over in like Germany and Holland and places like that have actually said they watch your channel because of the game day experience.
Really?
Yeah, they do. Yeah, you don't realize how much of a good following you have on that, you know.
Oh, tell them all to follow, subscribe to the channel. So I would know how much.
I keep telling them, man. I keep telling them.
I mean, I love doing it, man. I mean, I pretty much love doing that as much as you doing the podcast, man. Because a lot of people don't really seem to understand how big your fandom goes, man. Like, just to see you that day on that game, 2017, already cemented how much of a fan you are, how much a part of this kingdom, of this family that you are, man. And you and the Arrowhead, bro. Do you even talk to those guys anymore?
Yeah. We still do a lot of work with them. I mean, it's Duncan and Neil and you know the great bunch of guys there that do all the work at Arrowheads Abroad. They still they still create the watch meets that we go to as well. But it's nice to just hand it over to them and go, you guys do it this time. you guys deal with all of that because we'll just turn up and have a few drinks and have a few laughs, you know. But it's good. We still have a good relationship with those guys over there.
That's good, man. That's amazing. So let's get on to the season so far. I know that's one of the things we kind of want to talk about. I mean, we're 5-5, something we probably thought we would never see in the Mahomes era for sure. Yeah. But where are you at right now? We had a nice little victory. Do you have any notes, anything you will reveal about that game that you think about?
Well, the last game.
Yeah.
I mean, the last game. I mean, I said it in the podcast that it just seems like the Chiefs are almost going through this transition stage of. There's been this blueprint, as people are describing it, that it seems. Blueprint. Yeah, it seems to be this Tampa Bay blueprint that appeared in the Super Bowl, and it seems like everybody knows it's a copycat league, and I think there's a lot of teams that saw that was quite effective against this offense, and I think that's what everybody's doing now. I mean, any team you now see against the Chiefs, you see them in a cover 2, you see them sending 4, you see them just covering all the time, and the Chiefs have been a little bit slow of adapting to that and addressing that issue. And especially when you've got a quarterback in Patrick Mahomes who since college has just been a gunslinger. He's just been slinging it from literally the day he's born. You know, he was always about the arm, always about the spectacular plays. And I think he's going through this transition stage now where he's getting frustrated by it.
Yeah.
But it's up to Andy Reid to kind of address it and say, no, you need to learn from this. And take the underneath routes, take the flat routes, take the screens even, dare I say it. You know, there's always
take what they give you, man.
Take what they give you, you know, and everything else will open up after that. And I think Andy Reid's having to try and work that out a little bit, but also give Mahomes a bit more freedom to literally throw it down long if he needs to. But it's just been, like I said, it's just been this transition stage where the offense really needs to just adjust a little bit quicker than what it has been. I mean, the last game was great for the defense. I think the inclusion of Ingram was brilliant. It was a masterstroke to get him in, and
he already started off first game. He was
awesome. I mean, that first play, he was already on Jordan Love, wasn't he?
Right.
It was great to watch, but it's frustrating really that he didn't go to the Chiefs at the beginning of the season.
Yeah. And if I'm not mistaken, we could have gotten him in free agency anyway.
Yeah.
So it was like wasted 7-8 weeks of.
Went to the Steelers, didn't he? I think.
Yeah. He didn't get any real reps, so he decided to.
Yeah.
I mean, you ain't gonna really get any reps with J.J. Watt taking the front. So
yeah, yeah, exactly. But he's been really effective, and I think in that game it proved that it's added a bit of balance to this defensive line now. And especially I love the fact that we've got Chris Jones in the middle again now in the interior, because he's an interior guy. I mean, we tried the defensive end option for him because he's probably been banging on the door of Spags and said, I want to try defensive end. I think I can do it. And I think when you've seen it especially in the early few games of the season, he's not being as agile enough. He's a big guy, and I know he's slimmed down quite a bit, and he's kind of gone a bit more leaner than what he used to be. But he doesn't move that quickly. He doesn't move that well, and it was very difficult for him to set the edge. At least kind of break it down a little bit, where he could actually, bend his run and things. It just wasn't really working. But let's hope that now they've seen the error of the ways, and obviously with Ingram in there now, it just means that we've got Frank Clark and Ingram doing almost like a pincer movement on the sides. So looking forward to seeing what this defense does, really.
Now, we're going to get back to Mahomes for a quick second. Yeah. Because a few others, but mainly you, because you were like the front runner. Nobody knew about Mahomes. I just got on a podcast just yesterday, and I was talking to a lot of fans from other teams. And a lot of people were like, they didn't even know who Mahomes was in the draft.
Yeah.
And you were one of the first that walk around. Mahomes is the future. Mahomes is our future. He's going to be the one. He's the chosen one. And you came out right, obviously. But now with this rut that he's going through, can Reed get him out of it? Or is it mental, or is it just Reed? Or is it a little bit of both?
It's like I said, I think it's just he's had to really adapt and go through this, like I said, that transition. It's something that teams have worked out how to get him out of his comfort zone. And it's just, like I said, Andy Reid needs to coach that into him and just say, look, this is how the greats play. A lot of greats have gone through slump seasons. They've gone through slump games. I mean, obviously we saw the Tom Brady getting benched against the Chiefs all those years ago in 2014, I think it was, when the Chiefs absolutely blew them out 41-14.
I'll never forget that video. it
was a great game that. But I mean, they went on and won the Super Bowl that year.
Yeah,
so
like 12 straight wins, I think.
Yeah, so even the greats go through it, and they go through these transition phases, but it's how they come out of it the other end that is the kind of mark of greatness. And I think Mahomes has to go through this. It's not always going to be sunshine and rainbows for Patrick Mahomes, where he's just throwing bombs left, right, and center. He's going to have to adapt, learn how to take the underneath routes and shorten that game down a little bit more.
Yeah.
And it'll make him a better player. This will definitely make him a better player because he's beginning to read these defenses. We saw at the end of that last game against the Packers that rollout right where he do these Mahomes magic.
That he seemed like you saw a little twinkle. I noticed of all people you probably saw it like
Well, that was it. I mean, and the thing is, I mean, when during the draft, obviously when we got Mahomes, I didn't think the Chiefs were going to go and get Mahomes. I was actually hot on. It was a linebacker I was looking at that I was thinking that the Chiefs were moving up for, because I didn't actually think the Chiefs would be moving away from Alex Smith, especially from the season they had beforehand.
Right.
But as soon as we picked him up, I was all on the Mahomes wagon. That was it for me. Yeah. I was straight on it straight away, going, this kid needs to start. He needs to be our guy because this is what we need.
And y'all, you and Shaggy Shane and you two were the main ones talking about we should have started them that last season with Alex Smith. We would have won the Super Bowl. Do you believe that now, seeing that we've been to back Super Bowls, or at least AFC championships now?
I don't know. I mean, like I said, I've always said that Alex Smith. I mean,
wonderful guy. Nice
he
guy.
He is.
Nice guy.
I get quite a bit of bad rep from some fans in the kingdom that have never forgiven me for kind of shitting on Alex Smith a little bit, and I really wasn't. It was. I appreciate everything that Alex Smith did for the Chiefs. You know, he came at a time where the Chiefs were in dire need of somebody, some caliber of quarterback to really kind of help steady this ship. And after the 2012 season, clearly the wheels were in motion when they got Andy Reid in, and he first thing he wanted was a solid quarterback. And Alex Smith is a solid quarterback. He's, he was the guy that Reid pinned everything on, and as soon as he knew he got the quarterback situation sorted, he built everything around him because he knew that Alex Smith was. He never turned the ball over hardly. He was such a good game manager, and when you look back now at some of the games that Alex Smith played, you really do appreciate what he did and how he could read these defenses. And the only thing that I always said about Alex Smith was he's too much of a nice guy. He was too much of a nice guy that didn't have that kind of killer ability. You saw it in some games where, I mean, that Chargers game, I thought that's the guy that we need. That's the guy where, he kind of took the team forward and he made that last drive work. And you could see it on his face. You could see the veins popping out of his neck. He was red in the face. He was screaming at the cameras. I thought, that's the killer guy that we need. We need Alex Smith to be this killer. And after that game, I didn't see it much after that.
He's so nice, man. It did kind of
too nice.
Hurt him. It did kind of hurt him. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, but I mean, I've always said as well, nice guys don't win Super Bowls. You've got to have that edge to you. You've got to have that twinkle about you. You've got to have something that is unique. Yeah. That Mahomes has got the confidence. You can tell that he's got a lot of the time he's quite overconfident in the way he is, but he's confident in his ability. He knows he can execute. Through tight windows, long bombs, he can do it all, and that's what we needed. And it was proven straight away that we've been to 2 back-to-back Super Bowls. And Shaggy Shane was right. Shaggy Shane wanted Mahomes before the draft.
Right.
So he always wears that badge of the number one Mahomie, doesn't he?
Yeah.
On his YouTube channel. He's a great guy, Shaggy Shane. I miss him so much.
Yeah, Shane's awesome. All right, you know what time it is, man. It's Raiders week.
Yeah.
But how are you feeling about the game right now? I mean, the Raiders have no Gruden, obviously no Riggs. Do we win this game?
It's going to be a tough one, I think.
Actually, we'll start with what do you think it will take to win the game? Let's start with
the Chiefs to win the game.
Yes.
For the Chiefs to win the game, I think it's going to take a good stellar defense, and I think what we saw against the Packers, obviously with the pass rush looked next level. It actually looked like it was, it's getting its championship swagger back. And like I said before, it's got a good balance now. We've got Frank Clark on one end, got Ingram on the other, and we've got the tank in the middle, which is Chris Jones.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's common knowledge as well that remember when Joey Bosa mentioned about you've got to get in Derek Carr's face. He doesn't like it. We know he doesn't like it. I think now we've got the pass rush that can do that and really, really kind of stir it up for Derek Carr. If you kind of get if you get to Derek Carr like that, I think that's how you shut down the Raiders. You just make him start seeing ghosts as well, because he's worried about the pass rush that's coming towards him. Obviously the key thing as well is Henry Ruggs won't be there. But they did fill in that gap with Deshaun Jackson, so we've got to be clear that we've got to watch him because he's still got some speed. I mean, I know he's a veteran, but he's a fast guy, and you can't take your eye off him for a second. And his stats almost kind of stack up with what Henry Ruggs was doing as well. So he's almost like a like for like. But Yeah, I think the pass rush is definitely the key thing here for the Chiefs, and hopefully, if we see, we've seen Mahomes' magic in that last play against the Packers. Hopefully, that Mahomes has snapped out of this little slump that he's had, and we start seeing Mahomes' magic on a regular basis again.
Man, that is so true, because that Mahomes magic is what's gotten us through this entire Mahomes era, man. So when we take on the Raiders, and obviously, like right now, do you think like you're saying defense is what gets us the key? Do we get our offense back together though?
Hopefully,
because you have to admit at least the last 3 games, our defense hasn't been the greatest, but they've been improving. Yeah, where the offense just seemed stale and flat. Like that Packers game without Rodgers, we should have already 28-0'd them second quarter. Yeah, it's already been a big gap, but it's just like Mahomes. And I know it's not just him; it's Kelsey and it's Hill. It's like, what is, in your opinion, what is going on with them? Like with Kelsey and Mahomes, like you remember they used to talk together all the time. Yeah, these are the guys we saw on video hanging out at weddings and drinking beers and chilling in yachts together. They're not even remotely doing that anymore. Do you have any clue what is going on? At least with the big trio, what is going on with them?
I think with Mahomes and Kelsey, it's just pure frustration. I think that's all it is. I think really the key thing that this offense is missing is Sammy Watkins. Really? And yeah, I really do. I mean, I know Sammy Watkins was not available much, but when he was, this offense was really clicking, and you could see that in the Super Bowl. Tom, I think Tom mentioned it in the last podcast we did, that even just that one play where Mahomes found Watkins over the top, burning Richard Sherman. Yeah, that was something that
wasn't the play that sealed the game, but that put us.
It was one of those things. Yeah, it was one of those. It got us out of a bit of a rut, because I mean that first half of that Super Bowl, I mean, a lot of people were fearing the worst, because again, we didn't see the offense really clicking that much. But Sammy Watkins was one of those that obviously he'll take a lot of coverage away from the big guys like Kelsey and Hill, and Sammy Watkins, he almost like it's almost like he demanded that attention. Even though it looked like he wasn't going to do anything for like 80% of the game, it was always that threat. The Chiefs don't really have that threat on WR2 at the moment. Yes, we've got Josh Gordon, but he's not playing hardly much at the moment because, for whatever reason, we don't know what the reason is. But we keep getting told by the coaching staff that he's ready to go. He's almost there. He's looking really great in training, and it comes game day and he's getting like, I don't know, 30-40% of snaps, probably not even that. And then you've got, who else have you got? I mean, Hardman's not been that guy that we've almost, wanted him to be. And
we don't even want to talk about Robinson. He is not that guy.
Exactly, But I mean, I think that's probably what's helping a lot of these opposing defenses as well, is the fact we don't have a Sammy Watkins. We just have a Tyreek Hill and a Travis Kelce, and it means they can double up on them a lot better. We really need to stretch that out a little bit more and get a wide receiver too. Somebody that he's going to play pretty much like, 70-80% of snaps like what Tyreek Hill does.
So you're basically saying we need to get the Legion back together.
Need to get a Legion back together. Yeah, we need somebody like that. But I mean, I've just heard actually. Did you see before we actually went on air that OBJ is going to the Rams?
And I was just about to ask you about that. Does he come here?
No, he's going to the Rams, I think.
Thank you.
He's going to the Rams.
Thank you. I was just doing a podcast yesterday talking to other fans and stuff, and they asked that question. They said, "Where OBJ going?" I said, "The Rams." Everybody looked at me like I was just the craziest dude ever.
Man, you're right. He's apparently the reports are saying that he is going to the Rams. You're right, man.
I literally said that just yesterday. They asked me, it was like, "Where?" Because number one, it's LA. He loves places like that. He likes tropical places. He likes places where and then number two, he's a celebrity more than a football player. Exactly. We know this. I mean, because what did he do the first day he got the job at Cleveland. He's taking pictures with Baker Mayfield and Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt. They're going out to clubs. He's showing photos of them going out to the club together.
Yeah.
That was all for him. That wasn't a teammate thing. It wasn't a team building exercise. Yeah. That was just him being him. And now to go out there with Goff, and I mean, not Goff, but go out there with Aaron Donald and the recently picked up Von Miller and Cooper Kupp and all these big name dudes, he's going to be a celebrity, the celebrity he wanted to be.
It's a good call, man. It's a good call because, I mean, I don't think anybody really kind of put that in their mindset, but you're right. That's the kind of guy he is.
That's what he is.
You know, he kind of thrived in New York. Obviously, it's a glitz and glamour place, New York. You know, it's a big apple, and he went to Cleveland, and
you can tell how monumentally bored he was.
Yeah, I think that's probably what it was. But I think you're right. I think LA was you know, too good a deal, really, too good an offer. I think the Chiefs, what can they offer? I mean, I love Kansas City. Everybody loves Kansas City who's a Chief. You know, I think it's a wonderful city, but you know, when you compare it to somewhere like LA, that's all glitz and glamour, you know, it's all these body beautifuls that you see. It's all about the money. It's all, you know, he's probably been a bit torn because apparently the Chiefs are obviously in with a shout, apparently. Yeah. And he's probably thought, I could probably play with one of the next generational talent quarterbacks and make myself look really good, but then go ahead maybe at the end of the season and probably sign with someone like LA. But I think he's just probably thought, you know what, I'm just going to go straight there and see what happens.
Yeah. I knew it.
You were right, man. You were right.
100% knew it. Because everybody was thinking like he's going to the Saints or he's going there. I'm like, no. Why would he go to New Orleans? Like, you have to. That's why I say you have to think of him as a celebrity first, then a football player. He's like Terrell Owens. He would prefer his celebrity over his football play.
Yep.
You know, and it really sucks because one of the people I was talking to was a Cardinals fan. So
yeah,
sucks for you, buddy.
Yeah. But it leaves it wide open now for obviously the Chiefs, maybe to try and look at Josh Gordon being the guy.
Yeah,
I suppose that's the thing now. You know, it's not every day you get somebody like, you know, OBJ's caliber to suddenly, you know, be a scramble for him that he could just drop on your lap at any moment. But now that ship's sailed now, so the Chiefs have just got to crack on with what they've got.
And I believe we can do what we got. With the remaining schedule, what do you think we come out?
Wow.
Most of our games are divisional, mind you. So.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. And a lot of them are quite at home as well. So, you know, that's obviously a good thing for us. I mean, what are we at now?
These months.
I mean, we're at 5-4 now, aren't we? And I mean, I didn't even think at the beginning of the season that we'd actually get 4 losses this year. I actually thought probably 3 max.
Yeah, we are. I think we underestimated the Ravens a whole bunch.
Yeah.
And we definitely underestimated the Chargers. Because usually, you know, the rhetoric, man. We hear this 1,000 times over, especially in the beginning of the Mahomes era. What about the Chargers? Look at the Chargers. The Chargers are building. The Chargers are going to be the leader of the division. And obviously, us being major Chiefs fans, laugh it off because we know it's a lie.
Yeah.
But now, I mean, they may be legit, maybe. I still don't believe it, but I gotta, like Mahomes said, I gotta believe it when I see it.
Yeah, well, I mean, it all hinges on this game, I think, with the Chiefs. I think they've got to win this game to really kind of elevate themselves a little bit and get on the coattails of the Chargers, because at the moment it's they've got the keys to their own kind of fate at the moment of the Chargers. And you know, we all said it at the beginning of the season. I think we really took them for granted for quite a few years. And like you said, they were the butt of everyone's jokes. There was, you know, it's the Chargers, man. It's going to be their year every year. But you know, when they got Justin Herbert last year, and we were thinking, do you know what, this kid looks decent. He looks really good.
Especially that first game we played against him. He balled out.
He did. You know, it cost him the game when he threw that interception. But you know, you could tell there was a bit of a shift in Chiefs Kingdom where we thought we better keep an eye on this kid because he looks legit. And it's strange to think that he wasn't even the favourable choice of the head coach at the time. Was it? I was going to say Lynn Elliott, but it's not Lynn Elliott, is it?
That's the guy we all hate.
That's the guy who was missing field goals left, right, and centre, isn't it? I'm trying to think. But anyway, his name escapes me at the moment. But the Chargers, yeah, I mean they're legit contenders this year, I think, for the AFC West title. But the Chiefs have just got to really kind of get their shit together, sort themselves out. I think the defensive side is sorting itself out. It's just the offense needs to find its mojo and find this kind of antidote to this cover two formation against them, and try and find a way of just opening it up a little bit more. I mean, the run game is clearly something that has been suffering recently, especially with the likes of CEH not being there. And I always say as well, I mean, whenever you see the running backs of today and you look at what we had with the likes of Jamal Charles, the running backs are they wouldn't even lace up Jamal Charles's boots this time, I mean, they're probably the only best players that you could probably think of are probably McCaffrey, Kamara, and Henry.
And Saquon.
Yeah, probably, yeah. I mean, he's not.
That's pretty much it. They're close.
Yeah, exactly. But when we were so lucky to have somebody like Jamal Charles, and I can't help thinking that we got him in the wrong era.
Yeah, we did.
If we had him in this era, man, it'd be lights out. One of the best offenses on the planet, wouldn't it?
I mean, that was proven when we had Hunt for that little stint.
Yeah.
When you had those two powerhouses of Mahomes, Kelsey, and Hill, and then you could run the ball with a Hunt, you can literally do whatever you want.
We should have won the Super Bowl that year.
Oh my goodness. Mahomes
we should have done. We should have done. Hunt, he was one of my favorites. He really was. From what you could see of him, he had that next level gear. He had that next gear that he would, as soon as he got through the line, he was off. He was gone.
Running through him, jumping through him.
Yeah, he'd hurdle over everybody. I mean, the guy, the way he used to truck defenders was another thing. As soon as a defender was shaping up to tackle him, he had his head down, his shoulders down, his pads down, and he was taking those guys out like he was tackling them himself. It was such a great play. But stupidity got the better of him.
As most of these NFL players, that's why they call it the National Felons League.
Yeah, it's what it seems like, isn't it? Yeah.
So what is our record by the end of the season?
I think 6 losses seems to be the big thing in my mind at the moment. I think if the Chiefs can keep it at 6 losses for the rest of the season, I think that's enough, obviously, to try to win the AFC West. I think the Chargers are getting there, but they have little blips now and again. But yeah, I think 6 losses for the Chiefs. What does that leave us then? Is that 11 wins? Is it 11 wins?
Yeah, it'll be 11-6. Because it's
11-6. If that's what I'm expecting, 11-6 this year. I mean, it's lowered my sights a little bit because I did think it was going to be something like 13 wins this year maybe. But obviously that's by the by now. So we're just going to look forward to 11-6 and just see what else happens around us in the AFC West title race, I suppose.
Oh.
What do you think?
Well, the schedule is so tough. I mean, we'd have the third.
Tough.
I think the third or fourth most difficult schedule out of the entire league. So, but I think we do get our stuff together. I don't think we probably won't lose another game. I think that surgence. You remember obviously 2019 when we were
I don't remember eating that.
That's what it made me feel like when I thought about 2019. I was like, butterflies, my man. But you remember 2019, our defense was so questioned for most of the season, and then week 11 they just snapped, turned it on, and we transformed to this team. I think that the defense is doing it now, and it's the offense's turn to get his stuff together. So, I mean, definitely without Ruggs and Gruden's guidance. I'm not going to say Carr is a totally bad player, but you have to admit he's 100% a system guy. He has no outside natural talent on his own, not like Mahomes or Rodgers or anything, to where if something goes bad, he can adapt.
Yeah.
And without Gruden in his ear telling him what to do, I think he's just going to be lost, especially you lost your number one receiver and everything. I really don't think we will lose any more games. I know that's being arrogant of me, but something in me is just telling me that, like, Mahomes is like, nah, this is enough. I'm tired of being subpar. I'm tired of being the reason why we lose games, because I hate to say that, but out of the 4 wins we have, Mahomes is probably responsible for 2 of them.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's the thing. I mean, he's never been
responsible for it, so it's probably eating him up a little.
Oh yeah, definitely. And like I said before earlier in the show, it was, you know, it probably is something that he has to transition through, that get it out of his system until probably the next blueprint arrives. You know, he'll probably work this one out and then there'll be another one. But I honestly think that, you know, if he works out this cover 2 and the Chiefs manage to get a run game going, like I said, a decent defense, I think you're right. I think the Chiefs have got a good opportunity to go undefeated for the rest of the season. But it's always, like you said, it's what are we going to get in the next game?
Right.
It's, you know, you I don't know about you, but I'm slightly concerned, obviously, facing well, I'm a little bit more reassured since seeing the defense in the last game, that I think, do you know what, we probably could turn the Raiders over playing as we are now. It'll be a close game, but I think the Chiefs can do it. But as soon as the offense starts clicking, that's it. I think keep the defense going, this offense clicking. I think you're right. I think nobody wants to play the Chiefs in the playoffs this year.
All right, then. We're going to do a bit of a quick little lightning round, because I don't have much time left on here. Wish I had more. We're going to do a little bit of lightning round. I want to see where your head is on this. So start off, what is our stats at the end, or our win-loss record?
11-6.
Did we win a division?
Yes.
How far did we make it to the playoffs?
Oh, we're going all the way.
All the way?
I
heard that. He said all the way. If he says
we're going all the way.
I believe it. What one team are you worried about for the rest of the season?
Probably, I don't like the Dallas Cowboys at the minute.
Really?
Although they did have a bit of a blip recently. But I mean, I suppose if it did come to it and it came to another repeat of the last Super Bowl, Tampa Bay is definitely the one to watch. Tom Brady, I hate saying it, but Tom Brady, I don't know what magic pixie dust he uses.
It's called black and white magic.
Yeah. But you can't look past the likes of Tampa Bay making it back and going back to back. And I think if the Chiefs get back there, there'll be a bit of fire in the belly to get back at them. But yeah, I honestly think the Cowboys are they've been the surprise package this year for sure.
Super Bowl, give it to me right now.
I want a repeat.
You want a rematch?
I want a rematch. I'm one of those guys that's if something's wronged me, I want to go back and sort it out. And I think if the Chiefs can get back to the Super Bowl against Tampa Bay, I think show them exactly what we've got this time, and just strip out Tom Brady left, right, and center.
Wow, that's. I didn't expect you saying a rematch. I didn't think
I want a rematch.
LA or maybe the Cardinals. No, he's like, I want my rematch. They did us bad.
Yeah.
I 100% understand that, because that Super Bowl was so atrocious to watch.
That wasn't the Chiefs team that we know and love.
No, I don't know who those dudes were.
We
don't claim them in public, do we? Oh my God. Thank you so much for coming out, man, and talking to me, man.
No problem, man.
You don't know how much this means to me, because, we've known each other for almost 5 years now. A little bit over 5. Well, it's 2021. Yeah, it's been 5 years. Yeah. Can you believe it?
Man, it feels like yesterday since I was over there.
I know. Are you ever coming back?
Definitely. Oh, without a doubt, definitely coming back. I mean, I don't know when it's going to be. I think we're meant to be over this year, but obviously with
COVID,
you know,
the thing,
the virus of the unknown origin or whatever it is.
There you go. That's it. We'll call it that for now on.
We'll call it that. But yeah, we're meant to be over this year, but it just wasn't. It just wasn't that. I mean, they've only just opened flights up to America now this week. So
really,
yeah, really have, yeah. So even if we wanted to come over, we couldn't. But hopefully, I mean, next year we might have a game to go over and watch the Chiefs in Germany.
Ooh,
yeah.
Wow.
So that could be thing that's on the cards, because I know the Chiefs are going very heavy with a lot of the German content that they're doing at the moment.
Yeah, I saw that on the Twitter where they showing them in German colors, which that's pretty much broadcasting what they're going to be at next year.
I think that's the biggest hint they're ever going to give, I think, isn't it? I mean, I know they've been doing quite a bit with Bayern Munich, the football team, the soccer team over in Germany. So you could see little nuggets here and there that you think that's probably where the Chiefs are going to be headed next. Yeah, so
awesome.
I want to be over back in Arrowhead, man. I want to be back there.
We miss you out here, man.
Yeah, I miss you guys. It's brilliant when I'm over there. I mean, it's the atmosphere is amazing. Just phenomenal atmosphere there.
And remember, y'all, if y'all want to watch it, just watch the channel. You know,
when
you can't get your tailgating fix, I'm here to help. But I'd like to thank the Brit Chief once again for coming on my show. Please listen to their podcast. Tell them all about it, my man.
Oh yeah, the Great British Chief Show. It's just two guys from the UK who really kind of give their view on what they've seen, especially when it's 1:20 in the morning and they've given you their takes. I mean, we make mistakes on some of the podcasts. It's part and parcel of the thing, but we have a good laugh with it. We always have a good laugh. And if you just want some light-hearted Chiefs content, that's the place to go.
Thank you so much, Brit Chief. Hopefully you'll be back here again so we can have another wonderful conversation. Hopefully we'll have a Super Bowl conversation pretty soon.
That sounds good. Let's do that.
So remember, if you like this video, why don't you give it a like and a sub? Please do that. Do down and low. Do not forget my boy Brit Chief. He's podcast pretty much nowadays. So, you know, if you still want to go to his channel and give him a like and a sub, no, it wouldn't hurt you none.
Yeah.
Thank you for it.
I'll be back on now and again. Don't you worry.
Yeah, see, look, I've solved all y'all problems, okay? He's coming back. Just give him some time. He's busy with Arrowhead Pride. So make sure you look out for that. Right now, I'm not joking. Look at my watch, says go watch Arrowhead Pride. Watch the Great UK show right now. All right, everybody, you go home. See y'all Sunday. Peace.